baked chicken thighs, ready in 10 minutes prep time, less than an hour of cooking, and you will tell me why I haven't shared this recipe sooner with you. I know this is so easy to make it, and it's really truly delicious. Welcome to V's Cooking with Love channel again. Thank you so much for joining me here. And I'm telling you, you will be so happy that you will try this recipe, because like I said, it was very easy to prepare it. It's very easy for cleanup because everything is cooking in one pan in the oven at the same temperature, and not too many ingredients. Yes, look, that's all. Let's cook. We are serving our thighs, which you can make this with about 6 thighs, the spices that they are here for. I have only 5 here, and I'm cooking here with potatoes and carrots, but you can change your vegetables. You can even use a Brussels sprouts or maybe asparagus. You can do this with a baby potatoes. It would be very, very delicious, and presentation would be wonderful as well. But you can also make this even with the chicken legs. If you don't want the chicken thighs to have the skin, you can remove the skin. It will cook probably quicker, maybe in 5-10 minutes or so. So just keep that in mind. But our ingredients, like I said again, they are very simple, very delicious. By the time we are done with all the ingredients cooking in one pan with all the juices, with all the spices, and again, this is very, very easy. And keep it in mind too, the chicken thighs is something that is probably the least expensive out there on the market to buy, and the meat has so much flavor. So yes, we are preparing 13 by 9 at least baking dish for all these ingredients, and I did line this up with parchment paper to make my cleanup nice and easy. And you don't have to, but make sure the pan has a rim. You will have some juices, and you will have all these ingredients to fill in, and make sure that it can handle it. The key is to pat the chicken dry with paper towel on both sides. Keep it in mind too, you can trim some fat off those thighs. You can take off that skin like I said already. Here are our spices: 1 tablespoon Italian seasoning, 2 teaspoons brown sugar, 2 teaspoons paprika, 1 teaspoon chili powder, 2 teaspoons garlic powder, 1 teaspoon onion powder, half a teaspoon black pepper, and salt. I always recommend to use fresh ground pepper in here too. And we are mixing all our ingredients just to combine them together. And of course we will be sprinkling them on our chicken, but before we do that, we will coat our chicken with some olive oil. Probably a tablespoon or 2 will do the trick. And that's why you don't have to spray the parchment paper with any cooking oil spray, and just make sure it's really good and coated. I did that by hand just to spread that oil on both sides of the chicken, and right after that we are ready to season it, of course. And when it comes to seasoning, again, I did that by hand too, because coating this with all those spices, not only on the top and the bottom of the chicken, but also you want to get even under the skin. That's what's nice about the thighs. Most of the time you can really just get under that skin and add those spices even in there too. But if you are working with the legs, just try to lift that skin in a few places and push it in under the skin. It will definitely boost the flavor. If you want, also you can prepare that sooner and let all that flavor soak in into the chicken, and maybe even a day before. So that's something that you can get yourself a little head start. It's basically like a dry marinade for your chicken. So yes, leave me a comment here, and I hope you are checking us out on our website and on our stores that we are mentioning there. I'll just include the links on the bottom of the descriptions. And also keep it in mind, sometimes in the description I also mention additional tip if I forgot to say something in the video. So make sure you always go and check those descriptions out there too. So you see, I have the chicken nicely coated here, and again, get under that skin and kind of rub it in, and you're good to go with that part of the dish. It's really easy. Just getting that chicken coated in the spices, that's all you are doing here, and of course chopping the vegetables. If you are not cooking any vegetables, then you can just fill the pan with the chicken thighs. Keep it in mind, don't overcrowd them because you want them nice and crispy on the top. When you are cooking the potatoes, the prep is to of course wash your vegetables very well and dry them as well. So my potatoes were like a medium size, I would say, and I counted them to about those 12 pieces. If you are doing this with a very large potato, you might want to make it to additional slice there. But if you are cooking about 2-inch, 3-inch potatoes, you probably want to cut them into quarters. And I also cut the carrots. I used large carrots here. If you have smaller carrots, maybe you want to do 3, and chop them to about similar size pieces as well. And I coated them also with oil and just a little bit of salt and pepper, and I arranged everything in the pan. If you have too many ingredients, of course, just set the thighs on top of all your vegetables, and that way you're getting all that seasoning on top of the vegetables anyway. So if you have some seasoning that you just want to throw in the vegetable and coat it that with some pinch of it, that will be fine too. Of course, we are going in a preheated oven at 400 Fahrenheit, 200 Celsius, and we will be baking that about 45 to 55 minutes, depends on the size of the thighs and on your oven. Of course, you want that chicken to reach that 165 Fahrenheit internally. Check it with the thermometer. If your chicken is done and your vegetables for some reason are not, keep it in mind, you can just take the chicken out and return the vegetable for additional that 5-10 minutes, but they really should be. And yes, you might want to let it stand for about 5 minutes to absorb all that flavor from all those drippings on the bottom that you see they are there. And now when I took the chicken out, I also coated the vegetables with all those juices there before I put them to serve. And all that liquid from the pan, if you want, you can just pile it out on the top too with all that flavor. And I never get into serving sizes because it really depends. Are you going to eat 1 thigh? Are you going to eat 2 thighs? Some men, maybe they'll put out even 3. My husband was very close to that. They were so delicious, he was saying that he couldn't stop himself. And the vegetables, they have so much flavor from all that seasoning as well. And you see, I didn't even have to broil the chicken. It already had a nice crispy skin on the top and the color as well. Garnish with some fresh parsley, maybe chives or dill, whatever you prefer. It's a nice spruce little bit of contrast of the color and additional flavor. But I'm telling you, those carrots and potatoes, they were so delicious too. They are nice and soft. And enjoy that chicken. Thank you so much for watching, and definitely we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel.